And I gotta say, Al, you know, I've been around here about 2 years, um, and what I see, I don't want to badmouth anybody, but I'm take my pride in honesty, cleanliness, and great workmanship. And I have a customer now that has a problem. We did repair the vehicle,
Now, this is reality, folks. So you hear the positives and negatives and everything. Go ahead, Billy.
and he came back with a similar problem. And I actually took time to research and go through all the problems that I've seen. Turns out it's an electrical problem that,
So, in other words, you also have engine diagnostic systems
oh yeah,
at your garage.
fully full diagnostics. You know, there's nothing we really can't do. If there's something that we can't do, we know the right people to take care of it
Oh, you can reach
to
out.
help
Okay,
us.
good, good. That's what I like to hear. And I didn't want to just sort of get on the air and just give everybody out there my personal opinion and try to blow something up that I didn't know. That's why I like having the owners. One of the partners here, he's actually a pool player. You just saw him on the stream. And, you know, I got to come to his aid. Like, he's a little tired. He worked all night. He played in the league.
Yeah,
No, but Cole can shoot pretty good. I mean, that young man has a pretty good stick, and he's always in action. And that's what he likes doing. His father's always got him in tournaments. A little more seasoned, sort of say, in playing everybody. But I wanted to just bring Billy in the booth to give you a little more insight into what they do. And like I told you, it's from A to Z. They have text there between him, his partner, and the text that he has working from. They got everything covered. And if they don't, they know who to go to that has the lead, that knows exactly what has to be done.
and done right.
And done right, right. Because they guarantee their work, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
So their motto is dealership quality work at a lower price. That's the motto. And we're going to do the commercial with that. Dealership quality work at a lower price.
That's right.
And Troy O'Brien down there in the good old land. I got a chat up here. I want to say hi to my man Troy. Miss you. 9-ball on the break. 9-ball on the carom, I believe, if they started already. It looks like Brian's taking the lead. It's a race to 9. Brian Francis now taking the lead. 1-0. As they say over in the pond over in Europe, 1-0. Over here we say 1-0. But I say them both. I kind of like 1-0. It kind of sounds good. But sometimes in the USA they might not know what I'm saying.
Now, this gentleman that's racking now,
Daniel.
he has a background in playing straight pool as well.
Oh, you notice. Oh, okay. You notice, gentlemen. All right.
Yes,
I've seen him before. I don't know if I've seen him at West End Billiards or not, but I've seen him here. I think they had an APA league here or something.
Yes, they have APA
And
and
he
they
was on the
have
team.
TAP. They have.
Because I was here 3 days. I think it was yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. The day before yesterday, I think they played here in the APA league.
Yes.
Because they were both keeping scores. I remember them. So here we go, folks. It is alternate break, so you are going to see your favorite player, whether you live down here or just friends. You will see them. And here he is right now to break. Daniel Bradley. Man, he looks serious. Gee whiz. Okay. That's a nice break. Now, I don't know all the players on how they play, but this is a hard way to start right here. Let's see the angle on the side pocket. Yeah, that's definitely, ooh. I want to say it's makeable, but boy, that cue ball is going to be hot if he does attempt it. I like playing the safety here. But let's see what Daniel likes. Thank you, Troy. Appreciate that, buddy. One of the good guys right there. I don't know, everything moved. I'm not sure what he was playing, whether he tried to bank that one or not. If he did, it came close. Now you got to notice, the one ball does go by the 5. The cue ball, even if you can force this cue ball to draw back a little bit, you might have a shot. It's a lot to ask for Brian. Or you can go forward and try to get around the 3 long, but tough. He elected to go forward to go around the 3, and he would have been on the 2. And now he's left Daniel with a shot on the 1. Now it's Daniel's first shot where he actually has an open shot at the object ball. So let's see what he can do, because I've never seen him shoot before. He was keeping score. Fishing twice a day since I arrived. Send my regards to your other half. Thanks, Charlie. Oh, you're talking to Julie. Okay, Julie, I see. Ooh. Kind of just got up there and took a swing at it. You can't really do that. You know, if you're going to get up there and just one-stroke things, just because you're on camera, sometimes it plays with your head. Get down there and play your game, your natural game. Take your time, you know.
Yeah,
pull the trigger when you're ready.
He's a little uncomfortable.
It does, right? Even though you can't see the cameras. Nice shot. He went rail first. Brian's been around a while. Again, if you don't have a shot, kind of play safe on the shot. Give yourself the chance to get back to the table. This is not a hard safety either. Oh, he kicked the 2. That was kind of unique. Kicked it a little too hard, but he kicked it. He's left practically a straight-on 2 ball here. Is it worth taking the shot?
No, I think he's got a little bit of an angle. I think if he goes forward, because of where he is on the rail, I think he should be okay to make the 3 in the side.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
He's swinging. He's not.
Yeah. Again, one stroke and then pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Might be under a little pressure. Calm down. Calm down. Nice. Calm down. Calm down. Try to hand signal him. Give him a chance to calm down.
How much? That's how easy it is for one of those. For you? Well, for Mr. Michael, he wants the most. Tell me. Just give me a number. Just give me a number. What's that? Oh, the wrong number. I'll let him work it out with you. How quick can it be to put it on there? It can be depending on what the number is.
We got.
Quickness of getting it on there, $5.
We have a gentleman here that's actually, he does repairs on cue sticks. And Kevin, the owner here, just asked me, he says, Al, can we get my mechanics logo up there in the right-hand corner? He says, and what do you charge? He doesn't really know what we charge. You know, our sponsors, such as Billy and everybody else, is on with us for the year. And we're gonna, if we don't do what we normally do, we're going to even extend that for them. But since he works here, we're just going to, I told Kevin, tell him to give me whatever he wants, we'll throw it up there for the tournament. It is their house room. I mean, that's the least I can do. I'm not looking to hurt anybody. So
I wish I was that nice.
Well, you know, for the year, he's getting it from here, you know. Upstate Al, maybe the only voice I don't mind hearing all day. Ah, that's sweet. Don't tell Jimmy, all right? Listen to this. He's shooting a 2-ball into the upper right-hand corner. He's now 52 yards away from the green. No. Well, Daniel, I don't know if you plan on playing this 3-ball off the 8 into the side pocket if it's available, but that 3 into the 7 I don't think is available. I like this safety. Roll up behind the 8. Just roll it. Oh, he had in the pocket. Nice shot. He surprised me with that shot. Now the way he watch, one stroke. Well, this time he watched the cue ball. Don't get trapped behind the 8. He drew it back. That was the right idea.
He's starting to settle down, but I think he's still a little too quick.
I don't know his game. I never really see him shoot, but when I see somebody get up there and just one-stroke things, it gives the impression to the people watching that, hey, I know what I'm doing, but yet you missed the ball. So sometimes that heat of the cameras and being on a live stream, you try to outdo yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how you throw yourself out of the game. I'd like to see him settle down. I don't really know him too well.
I've shot with him a couple of times, and when he settles down, like he just did just now,
Yeah.
that's the way he normally shoots.
Okay.
See?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now we have to see. Now he's on the rail. So does he slow roll this and shoot the 9 in the opposite side pocket? Or does he go 2 rails around the 9 or 3?
Nah, he's going to slow roll this.
He's going to slow roll it. And I like that choice. You know, don't do any extra work if it's easy, but this angle might be a little tough. Okay, he tried to kill the ball. I seen the English on it, and he just said to me, he says, upstate there's more than one pocket on the table, so I'm going to choose any one of the 6. He's got the corner for sure. Can he make it? No. And Brian will definitely accept this. It's the only ball on the table they do have to call is the 9 ball. Brian, call that corner pocket where it lies. Watch the cue. He's got to spin the cue so you don't scratch. He did. He spun it short. Brian Francis now takes the lead, 2-0. I'm going to step out just for a second. Billy, you're going to have the booth with my son. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Let's see what kind of break he's got. Well, he made a ball on a break. Doesn't really have much on the 1.
It's a long distance shot.
That's a great safe.
Whoa.
I hope it don't go in.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a tight bank.
Yeah, but it is makeable.
Yep. I knew it. That's a tight shot.
Oh, it is.
That was a tight bank shot.
Yes.
Very tight bank shot.
But I think he would have made that if he would have looked at it a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, that just hurt.
Yeah, that hurt.
That was a nice
Maybe
open
we'll see
table.
a bank shot here on the bottom right corner. Oh, try to cut that in.
Nice leave. They can see part of the 2 ball.
Yeah. 3. There it is. Yeah, he chopped it. Bring it right back down.
He was hoping to get behind that 3-5.
I thought it was going to come behind the 3-5. I thought it was going to hit off the cushion and come right behind the 3-5.
Oh, absolutely. He just made a mess of it even more.
Yeah.
And no rail.
No rail. Ball in hand. Sorry, folks. Everybody having a little fun out here. Ooh.
Daniel with a bad position shot.
Yeah.
See if he can get up and over. And he makes it.
Oh.
Oh, boy, did that hurt.
Just a little too hard.
Too much English. I think there's going to be a 2-railer. And 2 diamonds out.
Gonna come off that rail, bring it behind the 7, put in 7 up the upper right hand corner.
I think that was a little short.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, I honestly think Daniel, I'm sorry, has a good pattern right here. He should be able to run out.
Yeah, that's run up.
A little far, though.
Oh. Thought he pushed up a little bit off the rail. And come off.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought he would come off the rail a little bit with that one.
I mean, he still got an okay shot. I mean, on these bar tables, you know.
April is getting the worst rolls, yeah. All right. Again, we're with one on the board. Once again, sorry folks, just having some fun. 2-1 Brian. It's getting wild, folks. Got some action going on.
Well, this is a doable run out. Takes a little bit of work, but it's definitely a possibility.
Nice and easy. Combo.
No, I think he's going to do the 2-7, not the 2-8.
Yeah, 2-7 combo. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And I think he's going to go 2 rails around the corner and come back to the 3. He's going to go forward. I could be wrong. I was
Ooh,
wrong.
Snuck behind 8. What's up, Troy? We're here, Troy. We are down south. Why don't you come by and visit? Come say what's up to the good fellas. Oh, he tried to chop it in the side. I thought he was going straight down to the corner. Down to upper left-hand corner. Oh, snuck behind the 9. There it goes. Whoa, a little bit too hard. It's a good shot, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Good shot. Mark, I really don't know offhand. Pop would know right offhand. I wouldn't know. You know what kind of balls they're using, Billy? No. Oh,
By looks, it's probably Centennials.
yeah?
Yeah. Because
I seen it. Yeah, I think it is.
because I think the Aramith has a ring around each of um the the numbers,
Yeah.
which is usually a telltale sign.
Three one Brian. 3-1 Brian.
Yes. Well, Brian made one on the break. He's got a rough shot on the combination from the 1 to the 2. I think here would be a better safe than it would be trying to make this.
Feel like you've been working all week. It's time to look.
Brian with the long shot down the table. 3 in the bottom right hand corner.
This 4-8 combo is going to be
Oh, sweet.
yes, it was.
Good combo. That 5 in the bottom left hand corner.
That was
Fired
nice.
that right in, huh?
Oh yeah.
Might as well add this one to the list.
Yep.
There it is. 4-1. Brian.
Well, guys, if you guys need anything out there, you know where I am. I'm here in Spartanburg. So, have a nice night, everybody.
There you go, Billy Myers, folks.
How many viewers?
Nice shot. Fired that 4 right in. think he's going for 5-1, same pocket. Ooh.
If I don't get out from here, I go home and cut mama's grass for free.
You can see the whole 7. Put that in the bottom right-hand corner. Nice.
All right, sorry, folks. Had to take care of some business. I'm back in the box. Scores up to date, I guess. Oh, Brian. 5-1 over Daniel. Go back to this way, and got to get the chat open here. Sorry, folks. Probably yelling at me, right? Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy? Paulie, what's going on? I hope you're still out there. 7 minutes ago, I see the comment. Done played. Joe Collins, looking good, Al. Hey, Joe. Hope your trip is going well, buddy. Sorry I stepped out of the booth and there was some silence. I thought 2 guys were going to handle it, but they left. All right, where are we here? Got the 2 ball down in the left corner, the 1 ball on a short rail at the top of your monitor on the right side. This is Brian Francis up at the table. Went for the long bank and wound up leaving a shot. Good looking stream, buddy. Hey, Mike, what's up? I miss you, man. Hope to see you down in Derby or down in Norfolk. Always looking forward to seeing good folks. Last time I saw Mike, where were we? Mike, we were down in Derby City, I think. Nice shot. Now, I don't know if Daniel finally settled in. It looked like he was a little jittery there at the beginning. But usually when the score starts to get teeter-totted like this, where it's, well, I mean, not teeter-totter, but favored 1 towards an opponent, the player, the incoming player, would start shooting, loosening up his arm. Hey, Mark Lamberti, Castle would never leave you hanging, Al. Hey, good to see you, Mark. Once again, happy anniversary to you and Sue, and tell Sue I said so. But somebody said no way. I guess Preston was saying something that I was mentioning. But sometimes, you know, the underdog, so to say, or the one at the low end of the totem pole as far as the score goes, starts to get a little loose because they realize, hey, if I don't start making balls, I'm going to wind up losing this. And they sometimes kicks them into a little gear. Hey, Roy. Sometimes kicks them into a little gear where they can shoot and make a few balls. So I'm going to say that Daniel's going to get a couple of more beads up on the board. I'm not willing to bet. I'm not a betting man. Don't say that. I was talking to myself when I said don't say that. But it does happen where the underdog, all of a sudden, they'll become alive. And people get, you know, shocked because they say, wait, this guy's shooting over his head. But that's why sometimes it does kick in. All right, you know what? He is definitely not relaxed. Okay, April. Oh, April Bradley, the same name. Okay, April, there you go. That's definitely a wife or a relative, or I'm sorry if I don't know who you are. But thank you for letting us know that because, like I said, I've seen Daniel before, but I'd never seen him shoot. He was here the other night just keeping score for the APA. I didn't get it. Oh, the mom. Hey, April. All right, does he know you're watching? That could be playing a part too, Mom. But we love moms, and we like all kinfolk tuning in. Kind of gives you people that are not in the area, you know, an easy way to just access the computer. Definitely not relaxed. Okay. Now that was a shot and came up short on it. So here's Daniel's position right here to shine a little bit. This kind of shot Brian and I were talking about in the prior match, where you can draw it to the rail and back out and shoot the 7 either in the corner, in the upper left-hand corner, or if you get high on it, you can shoot it down in the bottom corner or the side pocket to the left. But he's got to draw it off the 5 ball, and he did. And he's actually got the corner and the right. Or the side pocket if it goes past the 8. Take a look at it. He's looking at it sharp. If it's that tight where it looks like it might not go, sometimes you're better off not playing it. The risk might be too much because you might feather the ball. He did feather the 8 ball and still made it. Got fortunate there. And like I was just saying, don't be surprised if he puts up a couple of more beads. I got Daniel winning 9-6. Wow. Okay. So he's definitely not playing this game. And Mom says, yeah, he did tell me that he was going to be playing on the live stream. Okay. Well, that's good. You know what? A lot of pros are used to shooting on the live stream. I wish they would never tell the opponents when they call a match that you're playing on a live TV table. What they say TV table, it's actually internet table, but there it is. Daniel is alive. Brian might have just opened up new surgical and brought Daniel back to life by taking a lead like this. Sometimes that's what it takes, and it's not too late, ever too late, to get back in a match. But it's hard. In a match like this, it's hard to get back even because if you notice, it's alternate break. In other words, if Mom doesn't know or other people that are out there watching don't know, whether you win that game or not, you know, your opponent breaks next. Not that because you won that game, you might win a game when your opponent broke. So it is alternate break. Okay, in any case, 5-2, 7 games under our belt. We are racing to 9. We're far from the finish line. I'm Upstate Al of AZB TV, and we are here at Break and Run Billiards in Chesnee, South Carolina. Oh, you're all pool players, so you know what I mean. Okay. I don't know, Mom. I run into some moms that don't know. Okay, I apologize. I'm glad you do. Here we go. Now watch the 4 ball, which is on the left corner of the table, go towards the bottom left-hand corner. See it? It came up short, though. April, I'm gonna send you a friend's request if you don't mind. We are friends already, April. How did you become my friend? Oh, wait a minute. Let me look at your profile. I think I remember you guys. Did you guys go to Tennessee? Wait a minute. I think I remember you. I think we did talk. I think I remember you guys. You know, got to give Upstate a break. He's starting to lose it. We are friends, yeah. We owned a bar and I ran tournaments. Okay, okay. That's a good point you brought up there, Roy. You know, when you're down, especially when you're down, you're the player that's really down by this many racks. Don't take chances. Play safe. Play safe. You know what I mean? Try to give yourself an opportunity to get back to the table and get back in this match. So if there's any shot that comes up where you really think you're taking a chance, go for the duck. In other words, go for the safety. Mike Strasburg from up there in Jersey. Miss you, Meggie. Everyone's friends with Upstate. Well, you know what? I wish I could put more names and faces because I'll tell you what, I scour, or my sons scour friends requests, and you know, it's got to be somebody that's involved with pool, that loves pool, because you get hit with like some of these young ladies, pitchers, you know, and they want to be friends, and meanwhile, they got no history on social media, and they got no photos, and they're not into pool. Well, they don't get far. We kind of just block them and report them. Wow, nice play. Karam off the 5 into the side. See, Brian's a little looser. He seems like he's a little more comfortable. Nice shot. Working the cue ball like it's on a string going around the 5. Now he's got to really put a stroke on this. Just get past the 8. Right where the chalk is above the side pocket would be sufficient. Even lower. That's nice. Nice stroke. Nice stroke. I want to thank you guys, everybody that's watching, and I see 38 shares there. Got 40 people watching right now. We know there's a lot of things going on in the pool world, and we appreciate you guys sharing this and watching. Hello, Al from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Darryl Gray. Who's Darryl? And we're not friends, Darryl? Oh, wait. How come we're not friends, Darryl? Friends with Johnny Moore and the whole crew, and we're not friends? Works at Drummer and Casa del Grey. Casa del Grey. I like that. Darryl, I'm going to send you a friend's request if you don't mind. Let me know if I can send you a friend's request. You don't have to be my friend, but if you don't want, but I would like that because anybody into pool is okay with me. All right, so here you see Brian missed that 9 ball, and now Daniel with an opportunity to put up another bead. Now, I did say I think he'll win a few more beads here. Okay, Daniel. Darryl, I'll send you a friend's request in a sec. Let me just update the score here. It's now 5-3. We're racing to 9, so like I said, we're pretty far from the finish line. And now is what Roy is talking about earlier. You know, if you're in Daniel's shoes, duck that cue ball. You know, don't take a chance. Duck that cue ball. Let your opponent start kicking like Bruce Lee. All right, I sent Darryl a friend's request. Thank you, Darryl. I think this is the last match we're doing tonight, and then we come back tomorrow at noon. So I just want to give you guys the heads up because it looks like most of the other people are finished. They had one round of pool, and I said, look, I don't care what's going on in pool. If we got another match, I want to stream it because I haven't been out in a year and a half, folks. The pandemic had me locked down. I hope everything opens up and we're ready to roll again. We miss being on the road. Here's a shot. You come off the right side of this one ball, okay? You can actually play this one ball, okay? Play it into the left-hand corner if you got enough sight on it, and play the cue ball behind the 3 area. You know what I mean? So it's like a two-way shot. If you miss the one ball comes back out towards the short rail. But try to make the one. It's a two-way shot and play safe at the same time. And that's what he did. But, man, he overcooked that cue ball a little bit. He did overcook it. He did overcook that cue ball just a wee bit. Who's this? Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Jerry became friends with Griff and 6 others. Stefano Palinga out of Italy. Trick shot artist. Eric Hollison out of Canada he's friends with. Nice to have you aboard, Jerry. Thank you for viewing. Where's Jerry from? I like the crew, man. I like the biker crew. Just going down your wall, see how much pool you're into. All right, how do I get back to my? I don't know how to get back to my page. Upstate's rusty, like I said, boy. That double kiss that just happened there on that right long rail kind of gave Daniel an opportunity to pocket this one. Touchy shot, though. I believe he can get around this 9 ball, but it requires such a touch. You know, if you overcook this, you don't wind up with a shot on the 2. You just, if you can get to where the 3 is, somewhere in that line, and still have an angle for the 2 ball to get back for the 3, you're good. But don't overcook it. Not sure exactly what Daniel did there, but it might wind up coming out into the side pocket. And that's what it did. So still a lot of work. You know, you got the 2 and the 3 ball tied up now on the right side of the table. Well, I mean, yeah, the 2 and the 3 ball. So still some work here to do. I mean, if Brian wants to attack this and really go after this 2-3 ball, he doesn't. He realizes that 2-3 is in a position they are, so he just tried to roll up safe. Josh Newman, man, I asked about you 2 times, but I understand you got some priorities. I was looking forward to seeing you. I tell you what, they had a nice Calcutta going on. They expected more than what showed up, but because of the holiday and people going to the beach for the last time and being out in Vegas, they didn't get as many as they, of course, wanted to. But they got a nice field. But I was looking forward to seeing you. I've seen a lot of the people, including Brian, from your neck of the woods. And I asked about you, and one person said that you had things to do. Well, if you got to come with a shot, and your opponent just won the last 2 racks on you, this will put the heat on you. This you just got to stay down if you're going to play it and fire through it. You got to really stay down on this shot. Brian has stayed down and made the shot like it had eyes, but it winds up in a position where I don't believe the 5 is bankable. He's thinking about banking the 5 down towards the bottom of the table and leaving the cue ball up around the 7 area. Just don't marry this 5 up anywhere near the 9 where you're going to leave a carom. Oh, he played the ball. Man, you know something? Not many people fool me. Not many people fool me with shots. Warren Kempko, Torsten Holman every once in a while. Brian just fooled me twice. Wow. He got enough power on that 7 ball to send it across the street and back. Ball in hand for Daniel, and again, he could win 3 games in a row, and that's big when you could win 3 games in a row and it's alternate break. In other words, he's winning the games that his opponent broke on. Let me get back to the chat here. That's exactly why I didn't come down. Don't tell anyone. I don't know what that means, but anyway, okay. In your opinion, Al, who's the best player there? You know something, Darryl? I really don't know everybody here, but due to the Calcutta and people that I've seen play and met in West End Billiards, I think it's Brian White. I think is one of the favorites, if I'm not mistaken. If I am wrong, then I apologize. Heavy-set gentleman, about 6'2". As Daniel is racking again, I got to change the score. What was it? 5'4". I hope I got his name right, Brian White. And then there was another gentleman, I don't know his name, he went the highest in a blind bid in the Calcutta. I guess he's a fairly good shooter or one of the top ones in here, but I don't know his name offhand. I might be able to tell you tomorrow if you're viewing the stream. He had a white hat on. Let me ask Herman Parker. Check 1, 2. Be right back. All right. Believe it or not, one's name is Brian White, and Bill Fowler actually sent that comment in. The other one is Hunter White. Not related in any shape or form, but that will be the first match, noontime tomorrow, right here from Break and Run Billiards. So I think they're the two top players that are favorites, let's say. But you know what? In an amateur event, I've seen an amateur win the tournament when they say this person's supposed to win. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of weird things in pool. Bill Fowler says, I'm the best. I'm the best player in the tournament. You ain't gonna swear on me, are you? Oh, that's not good. We got people that want to commentate. It's coming down. Basically, everybody left here in the pool room except for a couple of matches that are going on. We'd love to stay for another 12 hours, but there's nothing happening. Oh, you know them both. All right. Yeah, you guys that are local here, you guys should come down, man, if you can sweat it. I mean, if it's feasible for you to come down. I understand family things and work and other obligations, but I'd like to meet up with you guys, and I'm sure you know most of the players here. You can come by and sweat it, support the room. There is no charge, no cover charge to come in the front door. He is being serious. Billy almost never loses in Chesnee. Okay, Billy, take care of yourself. Billy Myers, folks, on board with AZB TV. That's his logo right there on the screen, My Mechanic. Again, you need any work in the area, do me a favor. Just go by the garage, talk to Billy or his partner, and see what they're doing. They're doing a lot of great things in the area. And Billy's on his way out the door now. So everybody's kind of dissipating. I wish the damn mosquitoes would dissipate like this. Sometimes you sit outdoors, boy, you got those critters flying around. Free beer also. Where are we going, Darryl? All right, Daniel's making the 2-ball. Beautiful speed to get down for the 3 in the side pocket. Beautiful. Beautiful. And notice the 4-9 combination if he wants to go for it. You don't have to. With the position he's in here, with the angle that he has on the 3, he can play the cue ball towards the right long rail and play the 4 in the bottom left-hand corner. You don't have to shoot this hard. He went for the combination. That's the only ball that has to be called is the 9 ball. And he's in great position. The only thing is here, he's going to have to stretch. He is a right-handed player, so it's a little uncomfortable. You got to lean on the table. So your ice, yeah, he's not that comfortable. He's going to have to put an extension on the butt of his cue if he has it, or use a bridge, a rake, or what they call the broom over in Europe. He will if Hunter is in the tournament and Bill Fowler wants wait from Hunter. You guys are talking up action in the chat. Brian Davis is there. How's Brian talking to me? I thought he was in this match. Oh, that's Brian Davis. We got Brian Francis. Okay. All right, 9 ball called in the bottom right-hand corner. Let's see if Daniel can come with it. And it'll be the speed limit up north is 55 miles an hour, and that's where we're at here down south, 55. Racing to 9. We're more than halfway home. Billy Fowler. Who's Billy Fowler? I think I met Billy. Let me see. I got to go back this way. Did I meet Billy before? And Billy, that profile picture looks mean, brother. Oh, wait, that's Marty. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back to my, what did I do? I might have hit the wrong one. Gotta go here. Okay, wait a minute. Billy. Okay, so I click. 1 second. Now it disappeared. Hey, Gus, what's up, buddy? Happy anniversary to you too, or are you guys getting married? I think you asked her hand in marriage recently, and I want to say congratulations on the air to Gus. I know Gus down from the metropolitan area in New York City, and we haven't been down there in a while. Congratulations, Gus, and I wish you guys many, many years of happiness. And I'm going to get you a wedding gift. I'm going to give you a gift card for the first lawyer. No. Gus, I know you're cracking up. I miss you, Gus. Miss everybody down there. You're welcome. Thank you, bud. Now you want to take that back, right? No, you know I'm joking. Okay, here's Bill Fowler. Okay, I want to see what Bill Fowler is, man. Whoa. let me try to click on Bill Fowler. Oh, okay, so I'm here. Let me see his photos. Are we friends, first of all? We are friends, okay. I like to see who I'm talking to. Let's see all photos. Oh, I know who, man, I know who Bill Fowler is. Sorry, Billy. I know who Bill Fowler was before I left North Carolina last time. Okay, did I miss anything? We're still at 55. Sometimes I get carried away looking at the comments, but I actually like it. You know why? There's only a certain amount of things you can say about the pool game as far as going to make this ball in this corner. So kind of mingling with the comments and talking back and forth, you get to know people and see who they are. Tough cut. Cue ball's going to be hot. He's got to go back and forth. Nice shot, and he's not going to be over. He's not going to be over any balls, so he should be okay. 1 second, guys. I got somebody tapping me on my shoulder. There might be a little small action after this, folks, and we might just hang in the box here to stream it. We're going to play it by ear because we are kind of tired. Hey, Joanne, thank you so much for the kind words. Glad to be back. Glad to see you out there. All right, so what happened there? I think Brian won that. Am I right? Who's out there that can confirm that? So I was talking to somebody come over and asked me if I would stream a challenge match if the game goes off, and I said the only way I'll do it is depends on what time this ends, and if your opponent agrees to it. I don't want to just say I'm going to stream the match just because he wants to have it streamed. I mean, they are two good gentlemen. It's going to be Brian. Brian Francis is going to be playing. Man, I forget his name, but gee whiz, I met the guy 2 times in the last 3 days, and I forget his name. Some match, I don't know, like race to a 9 for, I don't know, a few hundred. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I told him it depends on what time this ends. Who won this last one? Was it Brian that won this last? Yeah, Brian won. Thanks, Billy. All right, let me update the score. Got a lot of things happening behind me. All right, so Brian goes up 6-5, racing to 9. Thank you, Julie. Huh? But you know what? I haven't been out in a while, Julie. Take the handcuffs off. You know I like to be handcuffed, but I don't want to be handcuffed right now. No, I'm kidding. I actually told the gentleman, I said, I am kind of tired. I said, it depends on what time this match ends, if I'll hang in there. And I, to be honest with you, I know how Brian shoots. Brian shoots pretty quick, but I don't know how the other gentleman shoots. He might be a slow roly-poly. And then I'll definitely kick myself in the head. Random question. It says open, but I know some state cups or tournaments are for players from the state only. Is this the case in this event? Good question, Mike. You'd have to send that over to Herman Parker. The only thing I can tell you is there are some North Carolina players here. That I know for sure. But, you know, technical questions like that goes to the pro promoter. You know, I'm just here to stream it. As far as I think you could come from just about anywhere. It does state Carolina Cup. So I guess that covers the Carolinas. If they come up from Georgia, can they play? Is I guess what you want to know. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Open to everyone. There you go. Trevor Brown is the new NYPD. He is the North Carolina pool detective. Thanks, Trevor. I think that's about right, though. Oh, I know Herman. Thank you. Didn't know who was in charge of this. Yeah, this is his tour and his tournament. All right, Brian, he got down there and kind of looked at this ball like the 6 ball might not go. Let's see if he has to nudge anything. I guess he doesn't. I guess it does go. Either that or he rolls up on the 8 and plays safe. If the 6 doesn't go and he elects to play safe behind the 8 ball, do not put the 6 in front of the pocket, that corner pocket, because it's fairly an easy kick for your opponent. The way he just shot it, it looks like he's pretty confident that it goes. Let's take a look and see what he does. He's approaching the green. He's just about to take his putt. Let's see what he does here. He played the speed and he played the rail. It's a little more forgiving when you slow roll a ball like that. The pocket's a little forgiving. Hitting good. You need Billy Fowler in the booth with you. All right, well, Billy knows he can get in the booth. There's no doors here. You know, I always welcome everybody in the booth as long as we don't swear, because there are youngsters watching with their parents or grandparents. As long as we don't swear, we can tell road stories and talk pool and commentate on the match at the same time. Wow, Brian came up with some really nice shots and got to the 8 ball. I'll tell you the truth, I don't know how he missed that ball. But he didn't leave Daniel anything easy. Looks like it's a couple inches off the short rail. But, you know, you got to hit this real good. And then look at the direction of the cue ball after making this cut. You know, you got the 9 ball right there. Things could get funky here if you go for this. See what a 9 ball is? Wow. He didn't hit the 9, but it was a tough shot, Daniel. Real tough. It wasn't tough for me. I haven't missed a ball yet from this seat. But it was a tough shot for sure. And he's given Brian second life. This could be the turnaround point. This could have been 6-6. This was such a big game. You know, you're talking about a 2-game lead when you just fought yourself back to tie it up 5-5. I just hope Daniel has no give up in him because he's got the goods to get back in it and tie it up again. 7-5 now, racing to 9. Al, your road trip. Al, you're a trip. Oh, Al, you're a trip. I always put road in front of trip because I'm always on the road. Well, normally always on the road. Why am I a trip? What did I say wrong? What did I do? Thanks for keeping me abreast and letting me know that. I watched the 6 ball on the left side of this rack. There it goes, right in the pocket. That's what you call the wing ball. I'm sure a lot of pool players out there know that. I like the safety here. Tuck them up nice and tight behind that 5 ball. He went for it, man. Boy, oh boy. These guys are going for the juggler. Oh, yeah, I haven't missed a ball. I do say that occasionally. You're right. I say it so many times I believe it. These guys are out for the juggler, man. There's shots that I see and from doing commentary on the professional matches where a professional won't take that chance. Like they'll just duck a safe, and then look for ball in hand or look for their opponent to kick. That amateurs don't do. They just want to go for the juggler and get out. Nice shot there by Daniel. I like that. Good position. Back up table again. Watch position here. He's just coming in general. Does he come out smelling like a rose? Boy, oh boy. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, he can make this. Okay, but notice the 4 ball. Does the 7 ball come into effect after making this, or the 5 ball? How about the side pocket? And he mates the 3 ball on top of it. General direction. Got to watch where that cue ball's going. Still, I mean, if the 5 doesn't go past the 7, there's still some work to do here. You might see Brian Davis play above the 5 and shoot the 5 in the bottom left-hand corner here. I don't know if the 5 goes by the 7 here. Doesn't look like it from here. It doesn't, and that's why he tried to play it above it. Again, that pocket gave him a hard time. He missed another ball in that pocket prior to his last inning, I believe. He missed that ball, one of the balls in that corner pocket. So he's having a little trouble with that left corner. So if you're going to gamble with Brian Davis, leave him in the left-hand corner. I'm kidding. Don't do it because you might come out on the wrong end. So tomorrow we got both white players coming down, Hunter White and Brian White. Brian White? Yeah, Hunter White and Brian White playing tomorrow. The first match on the live stream table, a very good one. I think they both went for 400 or 500 each, if I'm not mistaken, in the Calcutta, the players auction. And I think it was blind bids, both of them. Yeah, I know Brian Francis, I know. No, tomorrow we got Brian White at Hunter White. Maybe I'm lost in that conversation. Maybe you guys are having a conversation amongst each other. I don't know. I just answer things. Don't hold nothing against me. All right, Daniel's actually in a position at least make it 7-6. I don't want to put any black cat on him, but he is shooting the 8 ball. Nice stroke. Could have went 2 rails, back out and shot it in the bottom right-hand corner. But he didn't want to miss the 8. He didn't want to overcook it. And this is a very makeable shot. Just stay down and make the ball. And that's exactly what he does. So whose break was it last? Because of this alternate break. So 7-6. I mean, we got a teeter-totter going here. As Daniel takes a break. want to thank everybody sharing it. I see 39 shares, and I could be more. Let me refresh my Facebook page on this side. 40 shares. Hey, man. Thank you so much. We're glad to be alive. There is no other match going on. So we're at a standstill right here. So since we're at a standstill, how about we do something like this? How about we thank a lot of the sponsors? Well, you see them flashing across the screen, but we definitely want to thank John Bertone. We want to thank light-systems.com, Mr. Fong and Jolly, and she's a women's professional player. Sorry, folks. Looks like that video didn't load. I'm going to have to work on that tomorrow. I could have sworn it was in there. But again, Lightning Larry, Richard Shue, light-systems.com. Where's John Bertone? I got John in there. Well, John's flashing on the screen, but I got more John. You guys got to bear with me. I need to. I got to get back in the swing. But we want to thank Mr. John Bertone and his lovely wife Karen. They make cases. They stand behind him and guarantee him lifetime. I guess it is Daniel's break. Ryan should be on the hill, but he dogged the 9 earlier. And then the 8 ball, too. He dogged an 8 ball. I think he dogged the 8 ball twice, and then he also dogged the 9. So next time he's in the booth, we'll balk at him. No, I actually think he's getting into action. He's sweating it. Brian's on the phone right now. Don't be surprised if he makes a comment on Facebook. Of course, new sponsor on board, My Mechanic, Billy Myers and Company. And you've seen Upstate made a video. I wanted to do something for them, so I went down to their shop because it's like, I don't know, 20 minutes from here. And I did a video with my cell phone just to have something for them because really, really, really nice people. I know Billy a while. And I want to do as much as I can for any sponsor, don't get me wrong. But these guys really just got into business last May, and they don't have commercial or anything like that, and it takes time. So I just did something on my cell phone, and I'll run that tomorrow. You'll see it on the stream. But meanwhile, we're going to get the scoreboard back up between Brian and Daniel. 7-6. We're going to 9. Last match of the evening, unless this action match takes off. Right now, it's not set in stone. It's only for a couple $100, but it's still action. And grabbing some cues and listening to your stream. Very entertaining. Thanks, Mikey. Last time I saw Mike, I believe it was Derby City Classic. I think it was, what was it, me, Mike, and Charlie Bryant? I think we took a photo down there somewhere in the casino. Haven't seen the Hillbilly in a while. So we bumped into each other into Derby City Classic, of course. Everybody goes there. All right, the 1 ball in the side pocket. We're going to take a look at this 2 ball and one camera or another. I'm not used to the cameras again yet. two ball doesn't pass the 8. It doesn't look like on either side. No, so he's going to have to either play below it, and I'm not sure if it's going to be playable into a side pocket. I don't think that either. So you might want to just play a safety off the 2 if you can't. If you don't have a pocket. Well, Ryan looked like he's trying to kill the cue ball to go into the side, but he's going to wind up playing safe here. Pretty sure, unless he's got a carom there for the 8 ball. I like sticking the cue ball, just the right speed, not hard. That's all. You got to get the 2 over a little bit more. That'll work. And it looks like he cut the angle. If the cue ball and the 8 ball are married, he actually cut that rail off that Daniel's taking a look at, the left long rail. If he didn't marry the cue ball and the 8 ball up, of course it's an easy kick. And Daniel's called the 9 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. And I can't sort of blame him. Maybe he can see the 2 ball. He's looking at the deflection off the 2. If you're going to get that cue ball down by that 9, you better hit this pretty hard. And that's what he did. And they sent the cue ball way down Broadway. Sent the cue ball down Broadway right at the booth. He also got 2 early games that Daniel dogged the 8 and 9. So they're about even at that. There you go. Mom's right out there. She's got the broom in her hand. She says, "Upstate, you better make this clear." All right, 2. Want to draw this back just about enough. You want to leave yourself just a little bit of an angle. You don't want to ever be straight in on balls if you can help it, because it's angles that make pool enjoyable. And when you got the table speed down packed, you can play angles like this. You know, this really helps you in your game. Makes the game a lot easier. You kind of start free stroking. Well, he's got some work here. He's got some work here. If he isn't straight, well, he can stop this. He can kill the rock and shoot the 8 up table. That's what he's probably going to do. I hope he doesn't overdo this. Oh, he had enough room to go forward. Nice shot. This is just make the 8. That's it. Just make it. That's all you got to keep in your head. Just make the 8, because the 9's a duck. Excuse me, I had a cough there. I don't have COVID, by the way. I got a smoker's cough. That's my bad habit. There you have it. It's now 8-6, and Brian is now on the hill. Sorry, Mom. I got to call it like I see it. April, you coming up this weekend? Oh, boy. Billy, you stirring stuff up. She's going to bring a broom. We're going to pull Billy in. Maybe tomorrow afternoon. All right, April, we'll stop by the booth and say hello. Or just bump into a big, fat, ugly guy. That's me. All right, here we go. Again, Brian made the wing ball. The wing ball this time is the 5. He made the 6 last time. That 5 went right in. He's got the table clocked. No shot on the 1, though. Nice spread, though. You'd like to start every rack from here with ball in hand, right? Thank you, April. All right, let's see here. He's going to put some bait in the water and see if Daniel goes after this shot. Now, the 2 ball is way down table. You know what, Brian? You can have this back. I'm not even getting out of my seat. I think the 2 ball's down table. Yeah, the 2 ball's below the 9. Not that it's impossible to get back there. Well, do you want to start out the table shooting this shot? If you make it, you're a hero. If you get back for the 2, I believe. Yeah, it's a 2 ball below the 9. You're a hero. If you don't make it, then you're kicking yourself. I would turn this loose. Yeah, I would have turned that loose. But Brian's got control of the table again. Look at the angle. Nice speed. Yeah, Brian's got a pep in his step, or like right now, like he owns the joint. You know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Better get Mako. That don't look, I don't think that looks too, no, it doesn't. He's calling a 9-ball. He's going to have to bank this. You know what? I fire this with some speed. You don't want that 9 hanging in the pocket if you miss it. He didn't miss it at all. He said, Al, don't sweat it. Brian takes down Daniel by a score of 9-6. But keep this in mind. Daniel is not out of the tournament. He just moves over to the other side of the chart, which is the B side, which makes him double dangerous. Because when you're on that B side, you know you lose, you're out. So a lot of people on the B side fight tough. And he's going to be a contender, believe me. He's probably under the gun a little bit.